What's up everyone, welcome back to ARTV. My name is John and it's time for another episode of 7 on Sunday, and today I'm handing off a playlist because it's summertime, at least it is in the United States, the northern hemisphere over here. I've got a playlist for you for the next time that you get rained out, you were supposed to go to the pool, you were supposed to go ride bikes with your friends or play Fortnite outside or whatever the hell it is kids do these days, and then you were forced to go inside and read a book or listen to music like a total loser. I don't know why I said loser. That actually sounds like a pretty awesome afternoon. A book, music, a rainy day, that's an ideal afternoon that actually provides an escape. So today, I'm hoping to pass off 7 songs, at least in the official playlist that you'll see in the video, but also a few more that'll be linked in a Spotify playlist down below. My intentions here with this episode of 7 on Sunday are not to give you the regurgitated picks that you've seen every publication ever do for the past 30 freaking years. We're not talking about Dreams by Fleetwood Mac or Riders on the Storm by The Doors. I do admit that they fit perfectly with that mood. They'll be in the full playlist, but today I'm trying to branch out a bit and give you songs that maybe don't necessarily always fit the mold, but they think outside of the box for a rainy day. This playlist is for anyone looking for something to listen to in a moody, rainy atmosphere, so take a chance and play it on the next rainy day, or maybe on your next drizzled-covered drive with your friends through the countryside, or play it on the sunniest day possible if you really want to be a badass.
Built an opera house for you in the deepest jungle.
The hazy feeling of staring out a rain and fog-covered window pane is brought to life by the band Cigarettes After Sex on their song Opera House. I think that a lot of their tracks probably could have fit the mood for a rainy day easily, but I selected Opera House because I do feel that it goes underrated. A lot of people know their tracks like K, but this one always struck me because of, yes, its slow pace. This band is known for minimalism, kind of like an art, pop, and indie band, but here on Opera House, we see someone that is very desperate. So for all of you wide-eyed romantics out there, whether you're yearning after someone or if you've already found them, you can resonate with the line that says, "Oh, I was meant to love you." It stings, whether it's something that came after the relationship ended or maybe he's in it now. It really doesn't matter. Let your mind do the imagination, but I guarantee you that this will fit the mood of that weather-induced day.
Where are you now? As I'm swimming through the stereo, I'm writing you a symphony of sound.
See, I told you that there wasn't just one mood that fits a rainy day. We're picking up the tempo a bit with Jack's MANNEQUIN, a band that I discovered in my middle school, early high school days. This song is called The Mixtape, and I actually got to see this performed live shortly before the band broke up, or went on hiatus, or whatever the hell happened. This is from their most widely recognizable album, Everything in Transit, and I selected this one simply because it does kind of have this ominous sensation that creeps up on you. Maybe it doesn't hit you right away, but from the strum of the opening guitar there, even the ringing bells on this one, a nice little touch that almost makes it feel like a holiday type song, except it's not at all. I don't know, but for me, it kind of brings out this feeling and sensation of opening a screen door and walking out to a very cloudy summer sky. And then he says, "So this is morning," and it starts it all. And it also kind of has a sarcastic edge to it, almost a questioning meets sarcasm, especially when he sings, "Where are you now?" and the hook. I love the pianos. The guitars are definitely tuned to the way that it sounds a little bit more depressing and bleak. It's not outright hopeless, but still, there's something in the mix that makes you question exactly what the song is about.
You're alive and I'm still here. Some half-human creature thing. Can you bring life to anything?
If you close your eyes and absorb those opening notes, it stings like the last kiss of a fiery, romantic, passionate relationship that you're not exactly sure why it ended or maybe why it had to be put on pause. I'm not entirely sure why the song gives off that aura, but it totally does. It's Silk by the UK-based rock band Wolf Alice. You might know this song from appearing in T2 Trainspotting, a sequel that came out long after the 80s film. I've actually not seen the movie. I could probably try to slip in some indie credit points there and say that I did, but I'm not swiping that card today. I cherished and loved this song long before the Trainspotting trailer. It got its use and popularity there. but the first time that I played through their album My Love Is Cool, my mind was just transported somewhere else. Silk in particular, it was definitely a step away from a lot of what they have been doing on the record. But this one, it does feel like a thunderstorm is perhaps going on outside. You've just walked in, you're covered in rain, and you see Ellie Roselle here talking about this descriptive, very narrative-driven song, and I think it's almost like poetry that rolls off of her tongue. And this track even transforms further in its second half because it opens up so bleak, so melancholic, but then the drums kick in and there's just a really catchy vocal refrain. This song is something else. I have to say, it's next level stuff, and please go check it out. If you only hear one song from the playlist, this would probably be my top recommendation.
The sky might fall, the sky might fall, but I'm not worried at all.
Well, let's hope that the sky doesn't fall, but you never know, Kid Cudi might have been onto something. This Kanye West co-produced and co-written track is from Kid Cudi's debut album, The Man on the Moon, The End of Days. Most people's minds will go to The Pursuit of Happiness or maybe Day and Night if you think of that record, but I always felt that this was kind of one of the best songs on there, and it does kind of give you that summer thunderstorm type vibe, especially with that album artwork. I don't know why. It just brings out some sort of summery feeling to it. I love the kind of synth-driven production here, the fact that it feels like psychedelic-leaning hip-hop. Cudi is definitely on a different cloud when it comes to a lot of the stuff that he followed up with in years later that I wasn't as keen on. Maybe you could even look at this as being like the first Kids See Ghost track, because it was, I think, officially Kanye and Kid Cudi's first ever collaboration, I guess outside of Make Her Say.
You got a fast car, I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store, managed to save just a little bit of money.
Gonna have to dial in the emotions here, because normally Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, the singer-songwriter, gets me every single time. This is one of those songs that talks about freedom and also the lack thereof. It's something that always feels like it's trying to elevate themselves and better themselves, get to that next level for her and her partner, but they're never quite able to get there because it always seems like something in life is getting in their way. I threw this in this playlist, one, because obviously it definitely has some sort of emotional resonance to it that makes it connect, especially on a rainy day when the tears are more likely to start pouring down, and two, because I needed a damn excuse to talk about this classic. I've never gone on record for it before, I don't know why, but here you go, she knocks it out of the damn park and slays my emotions in half. Twinkling synthesizers and a mention of Tetris absolutely count me on board. This is something that I feel that you could like game to or even read a book to on one of these stormy afternoons in the summer. The Gospel of John Hurt by Alt J from their album This Is All Yours absolutely kind of really crawled under my skin back in 2014, and in a very good way. It implanted something in me, and to this day, I think this is my favorite Alt J track for the sheer fact that it combines a lot of kind of weird elements and they stack them on top of each other, and you might think that tower's gonna come crumbling down, but it never does. They add layers, there's different touches, the bass, the guitar, the kind of weird drumming on this track as well. Everything propels it forward, and even when it switches up the beat about halfway or 3/4 of the way through, this track always remains impressive, and absolutely for your rainy day afternoon, this is ideal.
Singing, stop this train. I wanna get off and go home again.
The final song we're talking about today is from the album Continuum by singer-songwriter John Mayer. It's called Stop This Train, and it's one that is so eloquent. The way that it's spoken, it's like a conversation in many ways. At times, it seems like John Mayer is talking directly to his father. I love that he brings that to the table. He lays it all in front of us and says, don't wish for life to stop. Stop saying, oh, I'm getting so old, or maybe I wish that I could be older. Don't wish for the speed of the train of life to actually alter itself. Just start living in the moment. Start being content with what we have here and now. He has this talk with his dad, and it seems like he sits him down and says, look, after you've turned 68, you renegotiate. Don't stop this train, John. We're never gonna stop it. So stop trying to pump the brakes yourself and actually embrace whatever it is going on in your life right now. You can't alter the future or the past. You can only make yourself or break yourself today. So do that. And the mood of this, the acoustic guitar, it's kind of a wreck in and of itself. It tears straight through you and it makes you reevaluate life. Those deep thinkers are definitely something that crop up in a very good way on a storm-induced rainy afternoon, so go throw on this playlist, see what you think, report back to me, and let me know in the comments section down below which track do you feel actually fit the mood of a rainy day the best. Keep in mind that there is a full playlist linked in the description down below. My username on Spotify is Compton182 if you want to give me a follow there, and follow me on Twitter while you're at it, at ARTV Reviews. Your support on Patreon means so much to me. Thank you to everybody who's supporting me over there. I'd like to thank some $50 a month patrons like Brandon Barrenfield, 3RS, and Josh Lincoln. Thank you again for your continued support. Other than that, you can check out the last episode of 7 on Sunday right here, or tap here for another recent video on the channel. Socials in the description, and I'll see you soon for more on ARTV.